All across Canada, backyard inventors are dreaming big and risking it all for their ideas.
I see this invention in every hotel, in all of the big box retail stores. There's no plan B. There's no safety line.
Innovation expert Doug Hall will choose one of these inventors to take to his inventors boot camp, Eureka Ranch.
I mean, there's a lot of work to do here, folks.
To see it come to life, I can't even explain what it would mean to me.
Short term, we're putting in more time for a possible benefit longer term.
The chosen inventor will work with Doug to retool their idea before pitching it to a big business. It's a once-in-a-lifetime shot at turning their invention into a multi-million-dollar business opportunity. Doug Hall has invented his way to the top of the world. At least 18 products in your home were shaped by this man. But today, Doug Hall is going back to where it all starts.
We're going across Canada, to the backyards, to the garages, to the basements. We're looking for those diamonds in the rough.
Doug is about to meet inventor Darren Stamos, who had his eureka moment sitting on one of these.
This is the opportunity I've been waiting for my entire life. This is called the Tidy Seat with Nightlight.
The Tidy Seat with Nightlight.
It's a toilet seat with integrated handles and a motion sensor nightlight.
Can I get electrocuted by...
With this one, yes. You know, 110 volts, sort of right where you really don't want it.
Okay, so can I see it in the dark?
Yeah, let's do it. Now you know that the seat is down, so this is your cue as a conscientious young man.
Okay, so I lift it up, and now it's providing a bullseye for me.
That's it, because it still shines on an angle. It's always shining in the bulb.
Okay, I got it.
Darren's invention hits the mark, but with everything on the line, he desperately needs Doug's help to push the Tidy Seat into the mass market.
I sold my truck, I sold my motorcycle, I sold everything in my apartment that I absolutely didn't need. I literally am down to like my last couple $100s in the bank. There's no plan B. It's all or nothing.
Doug's next stop is to meet this dynamic duo. A father and son team who've drawn on their combined 70 years of experience in the construction business to invent an easy-to-load wheelbarrow.
If I keep on inventing, my wife is going to divorce me. We have this self-loaded wheelbarrow, require a shovel. So what I did, I provide the fulcrum to the wheelbarrow. At the moment, I'm used like a lever.
Claudio and Tony have invested so much in their invention.
We spent as a family at least $100,000 to $150,000 in cash.
And now everything is riding on this demo.
This is like a chance, a pinnacle. It's probably the best opportunity we're going to have. Kick it in, so you're grabbing a bit. Now you push down. Oh, no, no, you got to keep it. No, you got to hold it down. Hold it down with your foot. Going back, you're going too far.
What am I doing wrong?
The coordination.
Coordination!
You got to pull down at the same time that you're... No, it's not working.
Okay.
You're trying to do too much at one time.
Trying to do too much.
Yeah, trying to...
You fight with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so how can we make it so that it's less frustrating? You know, if a product doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Restaurant waitress Robin Mumford is the next rookie inventor eager to impress Doug.
My invention is a mascara removal device.
She needs him and his team at Eureka Ranch to get her invention into the hands of women everywhere.
All women will be able to take their makeup or mascara off at night guilt-free. They'll be able to wash their face afterwards and not have to agitate, irritate any of the sensitive eye skin around their eye, which can lead to premature aging, fine lines. This is a dream, and to see it come to life, I can't even explain what it would mean to me.
For this aspiring inventor, meeting Doug is a crucial step towards that dream.
There's this one video that I watch of him, and it makes me cry because he's saying it in reference to innovations. He wants to go back to the day that life was so exciting and what you're doing, you couldn't even sleep. And that's kind of like how I feel. And as you can see, the eye that I didn't remove the mascara from, it's all over the sensitive eye skin area.
We're giving up speed. It's going to take longer. But what we're picking up is the potential benefit of no premature aging. Short term, we're putting in more time for a possible benefit longer term. Well, that's always a hard thing to sell.
Inventor Darren Stamos is hoping Doug is sold on his Tidy Seat.
You have invented a motion-sensitive toilet seat that lights up to make the female population happy with the male population.
Pretty much.
Okay. This is the best light-up toilet seat I've ever seen.
It's the only light-up toilet seat you've ever seen.
No.
Oh, it is?
Therein lies the problem.
Oh.
I've seen a lot of light-up toilet seats.
Interesting.
See, that's my challenge. I am here to be helpful and honest, and the best way to be helpful is to be really honest.
Right.
I would stop all work right now. You don't have an invention that is a business opportunity.
I felt like the wind got sucked out of my lungs. And it really hurt.
My challenge with somebody that gives up everything for something like this is I just wish I could have gotten to him sooner. Let's separate the invention from the inventor. Let's move from the bathroom to things that can make a real difference for people.
I'm not a passionate toilet guy, I'm a passionate inventor. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to, regroup and move on.
Robin Mumford is hoping her passion will convince Doug to move forward with her mascara removal invention.
I think women spend time to put on their makeup. Why don't they spend time to take off their makeup?
Well,
I think it's gonna...
Yeah, but it's not about putting it on, it's about taking it off. It's adding more time at the end than what's there now.
It would just mean the world to me if I could work with you.
But I have to be honest. Knowing the fact that going forward, our chances are very small, I'm gonna have to say no. I gotta tell you, it's killing me here, okay? It's a tough decision, but don't give up.
No, I haven't. I appreciate it.
I don't debate that she doesn't have an invention, that she doesn't solve a problem, and that she's not passionate about her invention. But I can't see at the end of the day sitting in front of the CEO of a cosmetics company and making the sale happen.
In their backyard, Claudio and Tony are struggling to sell Doug on their self-loading wheelbarrow.
You're going backwards instead of forwards. You're walking back. That's it. Now you got it.
You get it.
That's the exact opposite of what you would think.
Yeah.
It's the exact opposite.
That's why you have to.
So how can we fix that so that an amateur can go through it? Somehow, I immediately went from it doesn't work to I wonder why it's not working, and the engineer in me had to start fixing it. I mean, there's a lot of work to do here, folks, okay? And the question is, can we get that done in 48 hours? I believe in you. I want you to come to the Eureka Ranch, and let's make it happen.
Great. Thank you.
God bless you.
Let's do it.
It's an incredible opportunity. I'm all excited. I'm ready to go. This is it. We are going to knock them dead.
This is something fantastic.
Coming up, Doug spots a design flaw.
Now, stop. Lean back down like you did. Is that good for the back?
Innovation expert Doug Hall has chosen father and son inventor team Claudio and Tony Carosi to take to his Eureka Ranch.
Finally, we're here. We're ready to go.
This is their chance to retool their invention before a shot at pitching it to a big business.
These are once-in-a-lifetime opportunities.
Over the next 48 hours at this Inventors Boot Camp, they'll be teamed up with Maggie Slovanik, one of Doug's top innovation coaches.
We'll just take it step by step. We'll start with the idea as it is now.
The ranch, it's a makeover place. It's a place where you make over ideas and you're allowed them to go forward.
To kickstart the process here, they must identify a clear niche for their invention.
What about building off of your leg jack system?
Good idea.
A crucial step if their self-loading wheelbarrow is to survive in a crowded market.
In a farm environment, it would probably be something economical, like versus a bulldozer machine.
We've got to nail down the customer and what matters to them. All I can do is push and provoke and see what they come out with.
Another thing we could do with this is add a winch.
Tony is focused on different customers, and he's always coming up with different benefits for different people. So the challenge with him is focus, focus, focus. Let's talk about one at a time.
So I think it can be narrowed down to a tool that one person can use.
Claudio, on the other hand, is really in his own world of the technical.
And it's his focusing on the unique motion of their wheelbarrow that scores a breakthrough.
It's always in a standing position. It's never bended back, which you normally suffer when you lift anything. Routine movement and showering. If somebody do this movement for all day, at the end of the day, this back suffer.
And Doug sees the potential straight away.
Let's go on the internet and find out how many people have back problems. Let's get the numbers.
Positioning their wheelbarrow as a back-saving device is a huge leap forward for Tony and Claudio. But with the clock ticking, Doug has more immediate concerns.
I am more concerned about the invention in the case of the wheelbarrow. Fundamentally, does it work?
In the backyard, Doug struggled with the complicated contraption.
No, it's not working.
What am I doing wrong?
And now it's Maggie's turn to take it for a test drive.
You gotta push
Slower
it, you
release
gotta
this
jiggle the
when
tip
you
in.
push this down, vibrate because it's not too much sand.
Pull
No, it's slower.
Pull with your hands first. Just up now. Push forward.
Push forward.
No, hold on. Before you start pushing up, you push down and lift at the same time.
shake and jiggle and step, hop, skip. It's just too much. It's too complicated.
It's important that you don't fight with it. It's just a wheelbarrow. It's not a mule that you have to make sure it's do what you want.
It's working fine. I mean, it's a technique. So he's not using force.
I don't think we have any problem. People are not so dumb.
We haven't solved the fundamental problem, which is that it's hard to use. I'm very concerned about that.
Right.
Tomorrow, the plan is to consumer test the invention with the public. To survive this, the team desperately needs to make this wheelbarrow foolproof.
So, kick, step, jiggle.
At this point, we have to scoop, and that will be it.
Now, stop. Lean back down like you did. Is that good for the back?
One of our claims was you can load, carry, and dump without ever bending over.
I think we need some other handles.
No, he's not bending over because he has to bend over. He's bending over because he's being lazy. He could just simply
Are you saying your dad's lazy?
We have no stress in our back when we bend in this.
Why can't you just give me another handle? So what if we put a bar across this way? Now what that does for us is it gives us the ability to push it down. And when we're dumping it, it gives us something on the other side to push up. Does that work? No.
I still don't see the reason for this pizza.
I want full legs standing if you're going to do this.
How that will look.
It has to be beautiful, right?
Claudio reluctantly hands over his baby.
To stretch this.
The backseating handles are fitted,
It's better.
Yeah.
So it works.
It's improved.
but now the team has little time left to focus on the usability issue.
I think part of what's happening is those legs are slipping, and if we can keep the back leg in contact with the ground, then when the user doesn't do it right, it's still going to go forward.
As the day slips away, a last-minute idea from Tony might be their only shot before tomorrow's consumer testing.
This is going to go on the bottom of those feet with a pin in the side. So you have the swiveling
So you can take this and mount that.
and have a through bolt here.
I feel like at the end of day one, I'm not where I wanted to be. I really don't want these guys to be embarrassed by people who go up to the product and can't use it.
When we come back,
I promise.
the wheelbarrow goes public.
I found it difficult to really maneuver it because I wasn't quite sure.
Innovation expert Doug Hall is pushing inventors Claudio and Tony Carosi to redesign their invention at his Eureka Ranch. And now, they must test whether the public find their wheelbarrow easy to use and get the back-saving benefits before they can pitch it to a company.
History would tell us that they've spent years and gotten nowhere. The question is, have we improved it enough? That's what we have to find out. Hi, folks.
The invention will need to score high in today's consumer testing
Each of you has been selected to represent millions of people.
if it is to prove ready for the mass market.
Everybody, hand up. I promise. To tell the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. Okay, that's the deal. Because that's the only way you help us.
Put your foot over here and
I'm concerned that we didn't have too much time to test it after we put the rudimentary feet on.
no.
This testing will be part of the information that the buyer is going to consider. It better work. It has to work.
Push this all the way down until it stops. And you move this forward. Don't rush it.
The first test starts, the guy goes up to use the wheelbarrow, and it doesn't work.
I have to repeat one more time. And when I see the first user, right away I realize that this person was not pay attention. You try to fill the wheelbarrow like you normally fill with the shovel. In this case, we push indirectly. You require 500-600 pound pressure to the scoop.
Claudio is taking us through the most technical explanation of how this thing goes and works.
From the fulcrum to this is 4 times. We engage the fulcrum. The first.
So Claudio, come back here because we don't have you at home. We're just going to give you these words to help you out, okay? So the first one is kick. The next one is step down, pull up. So down and up at the same time.
And then it works. It works.
Just shake it down. There you go.
It might be a bit of a learning curve for the average homeowner.
And that learning curve is a steep one for most.
Initially, I found it difficult to maneuver it because I wasn't quite sure.
It takes a little getting used to actually learn where the stoppers are.
But test after test, the public finally gets a grip on Tony and Claudio's wheelbarrow
Shoveling, it takes a toll on your back. You're just upright.
and the benefits.
I think it's a good idea for someone who has like back pain.
I do have 4 horses, so I spend a lot of time in the barn bending down, shoveling up the manure. So this would definitely save my back.
For the wheelbarrow, the idea that works, without a doubt, is the idea of helping people with their backs.
Despite its design flaws,
We're stuck.
Tony and Claudio's invention seems to score high with the public. Back at the ranch, it's time to get down to business.
This is a validated, bank-ready sales forecast that you can take into a bank and show them. In about a day and a half, we've gone from something that had a sales forecast value of $1 million to $33 million, with the potential to do as much as $80 million.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
This father and son team will have a shot at unlocking this potential when they pitch their invention to a top CEO in the boardroom tomorrow.
Because I got to tell you, without you and you, it would be very hard to sell. See, because the key with an invention is the inventor, because that's where the soul is.
When we come back, Tony comes clean about the wheelbarrow.
Our experience has been that everyone who tries it for the first time fails immediately.
It's pitch day. Over the past 4 years, Tony and Claudio Carosi have poured everything into their invention.
We spent as a family at least $100,000 to $150,000 in cash.
And at Eureka Ranch, they spent the past 48 hours improving.
I want full leg standing if you're going to do this.
And testing their back-saving wheelbarrow. Today, they're pitching Joe Perato, the CEO of Country Home Products.
This is like a chance, a pinnacle, probably the best opportunity we're going to have. Introducing the Spine Saver, the only wheelbarrow specifically designed to save your back from your yard work.
Country Home Products specialize in high-end gardening equipment. They sell to over 20 million households across the U.S.
Because it's small pile, you will tempt to go more, deeper, so you cap a little bit more. At this point, you just let the lever do the work.
Claudio soon goes off script, eager to point out that the Spine Saver also doubles as an effective dolly.
When you have some machinery like a jumping jack or plate hammer, you just grab and pull it in. 300 pounds, 400 pounds, no problem. Vases, okay, sorry, I'm talking too much.
Can you put it back in the operating position for me? One thing that I see that's somewhat related is the ground clearance.
Just keep going, do it again, show the motion.
But the focus soon turns to the usability issue.
Our experience has been that everyone who tries it for the first time fails immediately. Second time gets a little bit better, third time a little bit. By the fourth time, they've got it cold, and they're going to improve from there. We're always trying to make it easier to learn.
I've been very interested in finding a hauling device that essentially brings the container to the ground. You know, we've been looking at a similar concept. The real differentiator here is that there's no shovel. Where do you feel that this offers a significant advantage over?
The patent claims, the 15 patent claims awarded us by the U.S. Patent Office, are all dealing with the lever. This is a scoop with handles on it, which is not going to be a novel device. But once you apply that lever mechanism, that is the power multiplier. That is all patented. So now no one can apply a lever to a wheelbarrow without coming to see us.
I think there is a challenge. It's consumers look at it and they see the $99 wheelbarrow, and then they see a much higher price, and they immediately form a conclusion. And the question is, can you communicate quickly enough to them the benefit that this is the easy way for someone who may have back problems?
I have the answer to that. We did the market testing, and we have some interesting data because.
Yeah, but the question is, how can we easily get people to understand the concept?
If we've got a person reading about it, seeing the description of what it does, and see an image of some kind. So you do, and a video would help, of course. That would be even better.
I gotta help them, okay? We're dying here. The team has worked very hard to put a name that is right online. Mm-hmm. So the Spine Saver wheelbarrow, the no pain, all gain wheelbarrow, talks directly to that audience. And so with the name, our goal is to get them so that we can then get them into the conversation.
There's a few technical issues that just have to be played with to see whether they can be overcome. The ground clearance issue and the usability are the ones that come to mind. If you've invested 3 years, you know it takes some time to work through those challenges. Any product that allows people to continue to be active on their property as they age and still get out there and do it is appealing. So I'm very intrigued by it. I think that I would like to go to the next step. So my answer would be yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
This yes means Tony and Claudio will now work with Country Home Products to launch their wheelbarrow across North America.
Okay.
Got it. When you get a yes like this, and a significant yes from a big company, it almost feels like you're an actor. You scored your big picture. Now you can go on and go for more.
Your transformation is nothing short of miraculous. You asked me yesterday, am I an inventor? Sir, today you are an inventor.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This is a dream come true for me, because now I start to look to myself like an inventor.
For more information, visit WNetwork.com/backyardinventors.